kings and queens, guys and goddesses. We back and I've missed y'all so much. Hopefully you guys have missed me too. If not, whatever. Now, we are going to talk about it and we're going to talk about a lot of things because I have a whole bunch of topics, but not all in one video. I'm just saying, like I got a whole bunch of juicy stuff, y'all, for real. And I'm super excited to share because I'm all about spreading awareness. And for this particular topic, this is a trigger. I'm going to tell you right now, trigger warning, trigger warning. Trigger warning, but I'm not trying to trigger people. I am simply looking to spread awareness about behaviors and things that we need to change as a collective, a community, a world. Things have to change, and for the better at that. Now, I have previously spoken on a documentary that I have watched called The Work. If you have not seen it, I would recommend you going to watch it because it is really good. Now, there's a particular part in this documentary that I wanted to talk about, and it was so sad, y'all. I was crying. I'm always crying. But I was crying because I really felt for homie, and it was really sad. And prior to me even, getting into the little piece of the documentary, I would like to say that I forgot for real, but it's okay. But so basically in the documentary, homie wanted to commit suicide because he had 2 life sentences, and the mother of his child decided to not bring the child to the prison to see his son, I believe, to the prison to see him. And at that point, he just felt like he didn't have nothing worth living for, and it was so fucking sad. Oh, it was so sad. Now, I had also came across a post about consequences to the decisions that you make, especially when it involves prison or some type of jail time. I'm gonna just say it like this: as a collective, we need to realize that, especially my indigenous melanated men, you are set up for failure the second that you are fucking born into this system. This system is set up to have you land in prison. And this, I am not over exaggerating in any way, shape, or form. And if you cannot tell, if you think I'm fucking lying, let's talk about the shows that they make. And let's talk about the music that they produce. Let's talk about the environments that we grew up in. Let's talk about the school systems. And I've touched on all of these topics in previous videos, but we really have to acknowledge that we have to do better. It's really just that simple. We have to do better. Things have to change. Because although I feel for homie, I'm siding with his baby mama because no child should be in a prison. I don't care what anybody says. Prisons, jails are not places for children. And speaking from experience, I was against it, but I still allowed other people's opinions and insight to kind of impact my decision making. And don't get me wrong, I don't have any regrets, but I would never do no shit like that again. And after a while, it was cut off because that's no environment for a child. Some environments out here are not for children, but a prison, no. A jail, no. At the end of the day, regardless as to why somebody is in prison or jail, these are consequences to your actions. And if you are somebody that was set up, I apologize or anything like that, or it's some faulty, stupid ass charge that you shouldn't be in prison for, I feel for you. But I also feel for these children. And certain things they should not be even introduced to. The experience should never happen because it's traumatizing. And we need to acknowledge that. Furthermore, I had seen a post about people that go to prison and they feel obligated and like entitled, like somebody owes them something. Nobody put you in prison but you. Majority, sometimes. I can't speak for all the time. But if your decision making and the things that you decided to do led you in prison, I don't care. We need to talk about how things that correlate on the outside don't correlate on the inside. Regardless if this person was holding you down, this is your baby mama, your girlfriend, your wife. If this person feels like they no longer want to deal with that shit, that is their motherfucking right. Period. Tupac said that shit best. Life goes on. And I'm not fucking mistaken. He spoke about prison sentences. Niggas getting 50, 60 years. Whole life sentences. And feel as if there are certain obligations or certain entitlements that they're entitled or obligated to. No. And this is not even just for males. This is for females. Also, if you are in prison or you are in jail, if you're doing time, things are still going to go on the outside world. Your child is going to grow up. You're going to miss certain things. This is just the way the cookie crumbles, unfortunately, which is why we as a society need to change a lot of things. It's starting with the things that children are introduced to, because that will become the normal for them. That shit is not supposed to be the normal for them. It's not. So adding prison jail visits to a system that's already set up to lend you in prison or jail, especially speaking to my men, no, we have to figure something else out, because the math is not mathing. It's not mathing. It's mathing for the system, but it shouldn't be mathing for us. No child should be in prison. When you're in prison or jail, things happen. Nobody's entitled or obligated to stick around and talk to you and give you money and take care of you. And it's so much going on in the outside world. No one's obligated to bring their child to a prison. No, you should not. The fact that people are comfortable with their children even being in prisons is something that we need to acknowledge, because this should not be a comfortability thing. It shouldn't be, but it is, because this is what we have known. This is what we've experienced. This is what cycles, y'all, generational curses. We have to break the curse. We have to escape the system. All right, getting back to the post. So the post also touched on, like, you know, after people are released from prison, and I love that it even touched on this, and I put it on my story, but I didn't save it. I wish I did, because I would have posted it again. But anyway, sorry. Things are different now. I don't care if you was in prison for 1 year. Things are 6 months. Things are different now. Things change. People can change in 6 months. Shit, I've done a whole something 360, 180, whatever the saying is, in a couple years. So yes, and I'm constantly, I change every day. So it's just like, not only do people change, the world is changing. And it's just certain things that people need to realize. You can't exit prison or jail and think that you are entitled to anything, that somebody owes you anything, that you have a place anywhere. And that sounds harsh, but it's not. It's not. And we need to acknowledge that. This is where those sayings that I don't like come in. This is where those titles come in. You cannot expect or feel obligated or be entitled to anything if you have not been outside free. Period. I don't care who you are. I don't care what it's about. I don't care if it's a child. I don't care if it's a job. I don't care if it's a business. I don't care if it's the money. Takers, another perfect example. Homie got caught. He got out and was super fucking emotional because nobody contacted him. That was a part of the game, baby. You got caught. We kept your money, and we doing another thing with you, another job with you. But it's just like stuff like that, and it's just people need to know when they get out, they have to go heal from the things that they even experience in the inside. You need to go heal from those emotions that you've been holding on to since you went to prison because nobody talked to you, or you don't have a relationship with your child, or the whole squad and hit you up once to check how you was doing because they could have went to prison too. It's just like, listen, a lot falls under this umbrella. A lot falls under this umbrella, and I'm fully aware of this. But the biggest thing is we break the curse for prison, for jail, for things that we need to educate ourselves. Because I'm about to tell you right now, if there is no injured party, there is no crime. And there are people in fucking prison for things like child support, traffic fucking tickets, and or not prison, well, jail, traffic tickets, just things that you can't go to prison or jail for, things that there is no injured party for. But people don't know this because we are not taking the time to educate ourselves. It's time we educate ourselves, especially when it comes to fed time. Like, y'all, I was about to say something that I probably shouldn't say because it ain't my business to tell. But stuff get crazy, and I know some people that's going through some stuff and they ain't even committed a fucking crime for real, but they don't know that, and they about to go to fucking prison. And it's just like stuff like this. We have to get into the habit of educating ourselves. We have to get into the habit of changing. We have to get into the habit of breaking these curses, because if we are not breaking them, these cycles are not going to do anything but continue. We don't want them to continue. Especially not jail sons, fathers, grandfathers, mothers, daughters, sisters, cousins. We shouldn't even. The fact is that there's so many people in prison or in jail, and they not only should they not be, this tedious ass cycle not only dwindles down to our children, adding them or taking them into these places just makes things worse. And we are not bringing awareness to any of these things. We are not bringing awareness to the fact that we are not educated. We are not bringing awareness to the fact that we are in a systematic curse. We are not bringing awareness to the fact that we are in generational curses. We are not bringing awareness to the fact that this system is against us as a people, not even just melanated people. Listen, Eastern Europeans down bad too. I'm not gonna hold y'all, but that's not the point. The point is, there's a lot of things that we are not taking the time to acknowledge, that we have to start acknowledging, especially keeping our men out of this system, keeping our men out of these curses, protecting our men, guiding our men, raising these men correctly. These are things that we need to discuss more. Because it's really up to us. Nobody else is going to do it for us. And as y'all can hear, my children are up, so I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna catch y'all next time. Peace out.